Hey, chat. Welcome and welcome back to week 1, match 1 of the Grindhouse Massacre finals bracket with PSR from NA versus Overcome from EU. Today's matchup will consist of 2 sets, with the artists on Yamaoka Family Residence, PSR killing first, and Ghostface on Larry's Memorial with Overcome killing then. And we have a really interesting matchup for you here today with Georgie on the artist. And yeah, this is looking really exciting. We see no one yet. I also seem to have no audio. I'm not sure how that is on the stream side. Here we go. A little something now. Alright, well, audio seems to be persisting, but we do see our Rebecca here at main, going into main, and right, we do get our first bird hit. I do imagine we'll see a quick, likely an M1 before we see power. And our first injury will be coming in here at 10. And Rebecca stay in the corrupted zone. And it looks like our artist wants to commit to this and hopefully secure really fast and quick down here at the top side. Hold the 3-gen that is up here. And looking really good for Killer Georgie here. I still seem to have no audio. Just a heads up for our streamer here. And we do see our first down coming in. Oh no, but that, oh no, it was a planned pallet save, but it got botched. That is absolutely, that's tragic for our survivors here. Anna came in for the pallet save. Unfortunately, she was not able to get it, likely due to ping difference, and ended up getting an injury as well. That is tragic. We do see birds coming in on the claw on that Jin top mid on the hill, and an injury, which is absolutely huge. We're going to go ahead and circle around to 3, see if we can't find someone, but our artist decides to go down bot mid and patrol. What she decides to get to Jin instead for some pot value. Unfortunately, there's a blast mine interface. And I reckon she's probably going to go back up top and try to secure second stage here. We have 2 people injured, so the only survivor here that can possibly get the save is Zarina, and if she's not lurking around here, folks, there is a problem. I imagine we're going to see our Rebecca go second stage here, which is very unfortunate for our survivors, but we are at 4 gens, so they did manage to get a little something out of this. I imagine they're probably going to be healing back at Shack, but Zarina is just straight up powerless to get the save without a straight up trade, and we do see Rebecca go second. And someone back on the Jin mid blew it because they probably figured that our artist is either going to try to blow some birds at him or go ahead and kick him off the Jin. Probably a very unlucky 7%. We do see our Zarina lurking around here at 9, trying to get the save. Decides not to commit. But we do see. Oh wait, hold on. She does decide to commit. She's going to go in for a save. But this will likely be a trade if our artist plays this correctly. Oh no! Zarina gets the save for free! But we do see our artist go ahead and go after this Becca really fast. And unfortunately for Rebecca, there's just almost nothing that ever spawns up here on the inside of this map. And we see Claude come in to try to maybe take a hit, maybe go for a pallet save, but unfortunately Rebecca just did not follow up onto the right place for said save, and we will see a very early death here for gens. It is the only one that can possibly be on a gen right now, folks, and I imagine she's probably somewhere around 3 to 5 would be my guess. And we see, I believe that was Claude over time. But our artist decides not to commit to it. We can go ahead and check out her region topside, which is really wise because we see some scratch marks over here too. Who is this, folks? It's our Ada. She was indeed working on a gen. She was up here. Oh my god, and she goes for the greed. What an insane risk on ping. It pays off. We see no injury quite yet, and our artist is having a little bit of trouble securing just about anything. He's playing this really well because I mean the thing is that when you're at a loop against an artist, she plays birds, you're here and you leave. If our hit has decided to leave at every time and at every point so far, and it's it's worked out for her. But I do imagine we're going to see a quick down right here, and unfortunately for our artists, but very fortunate for our survivors, our Ada has died in an amazing place away from the 3-gen. Artist is probably gonna try to hook us not towards mid, interesting, but you know, I'm sure very learned choice. Artist is going up here mid, checking her 3-gen again, and we see Claude over here at 10. Artist, let's lay down some birds, make sure that that gen that was being worked on at 2 is not being touched right now, and I don't imagine our artist is going to want to commit to this for too long, because the only person that can conceivably go in for a save here is Zarina. Not Zarina, but it's Claude, excuse me, and we knew where Claude was. And we know where Zarina was now. She was at main, so I imagine that our artist is probably going to go over here, check this gen really quick, and then very quickly go ahead and turn back around and patrol our hook. We do get an injury on Claude, though, which is absolutely huge. She is mid going 10, decides to go down 9, probably going to go to Shack, but I don't think she makes it anywhere, folks. This is probably a down. No, she does have a pallet. We are going to... Oh my gosh, no, the greed is real, but we do see Claude go down for that. Oh my gosh, Ada was the Deli player, no way! Wait, was that Deli or was that Second Wind? It must have been Second Wind, folks, surely. But at any rate, we do see our down coming in on Claude, and Claude is getting put down on the same hook Ada was. Right here within what I believe to be another, at least at the very least, soft regen, if I'm not mistaken. And we're gonna go ahead and check 2 once again where that gen was being worked, but we found Ada not too long ago, and Ada is back there on that gen. Once, folks, they surely come back again. Oh my gosh, and we do see an injury that is absolutely huge for him. He gets this pop value, which is just amazing. And we do see a save come in on Claude, so that had to have been Zarina. So we have 2 injured survivors down bottom, and our artist here seems to be very, very interested to make sure that we see no resets come in. We do see someone going towards Shack, someone possibly still lingering around 6, but we go after the survivor at Shack. This is going to be just a very quick down. Unfortunately, our survivor could not force pick. Is it a DS move? No, it is not. So we do see our Claude go back, not quite on the same hook, but very, very close. Again, once again within this 3-gen, we're going to see our artist, I reckon, send some birds back up towards 2, check out again, and probably get another pop-in on that gen. Let's go back here, check these gens within the 3-gen, which is amazing. We're probably going to see a secured death if we don't get any bird hits on that gen at 2, which is the only one that had any meaningful progress before our artist went back down south. And oh my gosh, no way! We see an injured Zarina down bottom. This is absolutely huge for Georgie and very tragic for our survivors here. We're gonna see a slug here go back to the hook. Oh, folks, looks like we're looking at 4K3. That is devastating. Oh my gosh, no way! And Overcome gets that gen at 2, but so we're looking at 4K2. Best case scenario for our survivors. This is absolutely amazingly, astoundingly well played by both sides. But oh my gosh, what a show! I mean, I thought that it was going to be murder with Artist on Family Residence, anyways. But these survivors really, really did show what it means to be comp ready, because my god, a flat map against a talented artist like this, that's murder. We're checking edge map. Oh my gosh, and we do see our we see the Ada going down 3. And I don't imagine this is gonna last long, folks. Yeah, she's just dancing around this rock, knowing there's not much she can do. And we're having a little bit of fun here, doing little spins, but that is the end of this this little match, folks. Or this one game, rather. It will be a 4K2 where our artist Georgie doing a damn fine job of bringing such a result home for Team PSR. We're gonna have to see how Team Overcome counters with their artist. I'm looking forward to it very much so. Very well done by both sides. We're gonna go ahead and find the slug and get to our next set. Or not our next set, but our next match. Very, very well done indeed. So we do have Overcome on on the killer now. Sweet on the artist, and yeah, let's go ahead and see what we managed to come out with this match. So we do have a really interesting build. Sweet cooking with the Devour Ruin. Painrez, as usual, very, very solid choice. Checking around. Oh, wait. Did we see someone here around 11? I could have swore I saw someone camping that 11 pallet. We may not have seen it, though, and we do see someone in main. Okay, so we do see our Kate over here at 2. Kate throwing pallet immediately. Sweet ignoring that almost, seeing if we can't play around it, perhaps. It's no, Sweet choosing to ignore Kate at 2. Not even trying to get an injury. See if we don't have someone here bottom side. And we do find Nancy. Oh my gosh, did Nancy get cut off by the presence of the artist? Are we gonna see a quick hit coming in here? Perhaps. I don't know if Nancy makes it there, folks. She doesn't make that pallet, but this is a 4-lane. We are gonna see an injury coming in here really quick. Very, very good on our artist. And what can Nancy cook up here, folks? She has this pallet over here. Oh my gosh, she keeps running. She keeps running the main from 11, and Nancy's gonna go down here in almost no time. I don't think she makes that pallet, and she does. Oh my gosh, but she's down anyway, folks. Very, very well played by Sweet. Absolutely tragic for Team PSR. Very, very, very lucky. Very well played for Team Overcome. We see our first cook coming in here at 1, and Artist to soon send down some birds down here at 4 side. We do get a Killer Instinct proc. But it looks like we're going to ignore that in favor of our Quentin, who is over here top mid. Going down 9. That was probably a balance play, which is why our artist chose to leave it. I'm probably going to go back and try to see a second here. Unless she's just really that hell-bent on getting these Devour stacks. Oh my god, so all of the survivors down here at bottom side, folks. So we have Quentin down here, we have Quentin on top mid who ran down. Oh my gosh, we get an injury on the lore, that's huge. And we see our first Devour stack coming in. And we catch our Kate down here at CNL. I imagine we're gonna see a pretty quick injure here. There's not much you can do, it's Artist, TNL, you're gonna get hit. But we do see our first gen popping over here at 8, which is absolutely huge for Team PSR. And oh my gosh, how's House Cake gonna play this? Oh, unfortunate. We do see a quick down coming in on Kate, but you know, again, it's Artist. There's really not much you can do. She plays bird down. You don't leave, you die. So we do see getting hooked here for our second stage, and hopefully for our artists a second Devour sack. Yes, be huge for them. We're gonna go back up here top mid, see if Quentin isn't still working this gen. He's decided to leave it, and we do see resets coming in, but we do get bird procs on 10, which is absolutely huge. Our artist kind of checking around, seeing if we can't see someone going down south for the unhook. But we decided to commit to Laura up here at 10. I think this is an M1, folks. Oh, but our artist puts down birds, okay. We do see an M1 coming in, though, and Laura taking the birds. Is this the down? Yeah, let's sit down here, folks. Very unfortunate for Team PSR, but we will see our third hook coming in here, which is absolutely huge for Team Overcome. Very well done, very well played by Sweet. And possibly yet another pain res. But we do know that they saw at least one totem over at 10. So it's a really good chance that the second they realize the Devour is in play, they're going to go pop that totem over at 10. But the question is whether or not that is the... No! Our artist got greedy for the pain res, and so our team is taking hits here, and she gets off. That is devastating for Team Overcome. And we see our artist go ahead and go back for... Now, the chase says that it's Laura. I could have swore it was Kate, but no, it's Laura. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and stick to the idea of trying to get this pain res here. Artist sets down a bird. It's only a matter of time before poor little Laura goes down, and we will see another pain res come in. Question is whether or not. Oh, wait, but Laura's taking her back towards the pain res. I was thinking maybe our team was gonna get some time to heal some people up, come back and take hits to prevent this pain res. But Laura taking the chase back towards the pain res. So, you know, honestly, she hadn't got much of a choice. Stay at track and get hit, or leave and still go down. Artist is just that way. But we do see 2 survivors over here at 5. And I imagine. Oh no! We get a 2-tap on the Kate. That is devastating. Likely an issue due to ping. You know, Kate got a little jumpy, ran into the rock, got that first hit. Then by the time any correction could have been made, it was just too late. That is very unlucky. So now we have 2 survivors on the hook. But we do have 2 survivors healthy, and they don't know about the Devour yet. He like a sketchy choice at first, but it is already paying dividends. This is absolutely insane. Artist can go back and secure the second with absolutely no repercussion. Even if she doesn't get to secure the second, we're going to see another quick down. This is Artist we're talking about, and Devour hope is up. Oh my, no, no, no. We are going to see our Quentin go down really quick, even if he doesn't know it. But nobody clears that window vault. Unfortunate for Artist, but it's not going to matter too much here. Quentin will be going down very fast. That is so huge. Devour value if I have ever seen it. I do believe this is our final pain res proc, and we're gonna probably hook him up here on the hill. And yeah, no, if PSR doesn't manage to find this Devour really quick, this is spelling big trouble for them. This match already has me at the edge of my seat, folks. I can't lie. Our Artist over here getting a little giddy, checking out our totems. This next unhook spells just absolute trouble and disaster for our survivors here. Wait, was that? Oh no! Was that our Devour hope? It's okay. I mean, we already got like a tremendous amount of value out of it. It really, really is okay. But that does sting a little. I was hoping to see a Devour Mori, I'm not gonna lie, but it's alright. So we did a killer instinct over here on someone on the main gen, which we knew that was fairly close to about 70% if I remember correctly, 50 to 70. Our Artist seems a bit more concerned about this gen than survivors down south. We do see our Nancy over here, who's working on main gen, and it's probably going to be a very quick hit. Yeah. Oh my god. So we're already at 2 survivors, or not 2 gens left, folks. Excuse me. All team PSR needs to do here is pop 1 more gen, and the win con is theirs. The best our Artist can hope to do at this point is for Sweet to ooh, what a risk and well paid off. The best our Artist can really hope to get here is a draw for team Overcome, and let's just see if they can indeed overcome these odds. This is going to be a very very tight match indeed. We opt to leave Nancy's plug in favor of going down and checking these gens down south over here at 4. Oh my gosh, and this gen's already at like 50%, folks. We see both Quentin and the Kate here, which means I reckon our Laura has either rotated up 9 or 3 side to go get that pick, and we do see that pickup coming in. Our Artist Sweet here is definitely feeling the pressure. Not sure how much longer she's going to be able to hold on to this. So we see 2 survivors that are over here on main gen. We're probably the Nancy, who hasn't healed, which is a curious decision. Really just trying to press for win con. And probably our Laura that came over here to pick her up. Ooh, unlucky. So the bird didn't hit Nancy. She didn't go down. Very, very unfortunate. And this is a nasty setup for our Nancy here. We have this very, very safe pallet into a long wall gym, and oh my gosh! And there it is, folks. Team PSR taking home this set. 4K2 was the win con. We are now at 1 gen left. Our artist suite for Team Overcome has done the best that they can. Unfortunately, Team Overcome could not overcome these odds. And Team PSR will be taking home this set. But that's not the end of today's matchup, folks. We do have our next set. This Ghostface on Larry's Memorial with Team Overcome killing first. You know, this is still anyone's game, truly. This trial this trial set may be decided, but the game is still very much so up in the air. Was that an FTP? That was an FTP coming in from Laura onto the Nancy, I reckon. And we see Quentin at main. Did Sweet not see that, or is Sweet opting to ignore it? I believe Sweet's opting to ignore it. Maybe trying to find this Laura, secure some more stages at least. Wait, was that? No, it wasn't. So we have Quentin and Kate, I believe. Get some birds on Kate to check, and we vault. I imagine I'm going to see an injury right here, and a very quick down. Very well played by Sweet. Kate genuinely doing the best you can. Like I've said many times, it's an artist. There's not much you can do. You hold W and you pray. That is what you can do against the artist. So we see another hook state coming in on Kate, and I imagine that's a different Kate. That's huge. I do imagine that main gen's probably around 70% at this point. Oh my gosh! And that mid gen pops. That was Laura on that. I imagine we're looking at a 2K0 here, which, while admirable, like I said, was not enough to overcome the odds. This will come down to this next matchup and see whether or not Team Overcome can overcome their odds and manage to take home a win on the Ghostface set, which would bring us a tiebreaker, but we'll just have to see. And we see our team leaving our Laura behind in hopes to hopefully secure a hatch for her, but nonetheless, they didn't even need to do that. The win is still theirs. And yeah, no, very well played indeed. I look forward to seeing this next set. Ghostface on Larry's Memorial. Overcome will be killing first. Very well played by both sides. Best of luck in the next in the next set. And yeah, great job. All right, chat. Welcome and welcome back. So we do have Overcome killing first. Proxer on the Ghostface on Larry's Memorial. It's gonna be one interesting matchup. We see that Proxer spawned somewhere around 10, walking his way down 18 if we can't find some survivors and catch them off guard, with a very standard-ish build at the least. And we do find someone 6. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! And we get a lot of good early stock in on Nancy. Proxer opting to go ahead and ignore her, go back up from 7. Probably gonna wrap up through bot mid up top. But we do know that no, he's lingering around 6, seeing if we can't catch Nancy off guard once again. We have no corrupt. Interesting choice. We did see Jake getting a little bit of stock in on him. And Proxer opting to just take the M1. We didn't have too much stock up on Jake, which is, understandable. But we don't have any corrupts, so really interesting choice. And we do know that Nancy saw Ruin at the beginning of the match, so there's a good chance that that gets cleansed soon. And there it goes. And we have Pentimento in play soon as well. So this is going to be an interesting match with only Pentimento and Pop to count on as Ghostface on a map such as Larry's, Proxer is going to have to be very, very judicious with his time and very, very specific about what he chooses to take up. Oh my gosh, and we see Jake and Nancy there. Proxer choosing to take M1 on the Nancy, which is a really interesting choice, seeing as though Nancy's the only one who had any meaningful stock. Looks like Proxer may want to chase this. He's trying. Oh my gosh, he tries the mind game. What's essentially a good area and gets away with it. He gets mind games back here, tries to call it a pallet, but we're not getting anywhere for a pallet save. And she's probably going to get hooked back here by what is going to be a Pentimento totem quite quick. And I imagine that if Proxer gets some pop value, he's just going to be right back here at this hook and probably going to secure a second stage. But it looks like Proxer may not even be interested in leaving the area. He seems to want to proxy around here from 5 to 6. Oh my gosh, and the save gets gotten anyways. The disrespect. They're going around wrapping up 7, coming up 8, and I imagine that Jake, who looks to have gotten the save, probably caught that switch around. And okay, so we do see Jin getting popped, and a M1 coming in on Georgie, and it looks like Proxer wants to commit to this Nancy, try to see if we can't get this tunnel out. But we may have lost the Nancy and another Jin. That's devastating. So we do have 3 injured survivors. Laura, who is like 5% stock, so we're just probably going to M1 her. I think we're just going for an M1 game here at this point, folks. This is an interesting matchup to say the least. Gonna see what we can't get out of it. And is that Laura up here? Gonna see if we can't mind game this and try to catch the Laura off guard, but it seems like they are right on to this Ghostface's game. And we see, who is this at the excise pallet? This is Nancy. So this is our tunnel out. This is optimal. But this is a god pallet under normal circumstances. But unpaying it can be kind of dodgy, so I'm surprised that Proxer chose to break that. It's an interesting choice, but nonetheless, we do see our Nancy going down. We are going to be seeing yet a second hook on her, which is huge for Proxer, but we're at 2 Jins already. Only 2 injuries on the board, which is, you know, nothing small, but I imagine that we're going to see some healing come in, because that was probably a missed skill check, if we're being honest. And I imagine we're going to see Proxer trying to get some pop value in, and I would be very surprised if he didn't go back up top and secure this death on Nancy. And yes, that was indeed a missed skill check and a heal that was trying to get done. Proxer doesn't seem too interested on committing to this Jake, and like I said, probably just going to go back up top and secure this death. I reckon our Kate was in the back working on a Jin, and we see Proxer here trying to body block on the save, but there's just no way they can do it. We're gonna see a trade coming in here, and I imagine we're gonna go ahead and slug. Oh, that's huge. Got body block on Nancy, and there's not much that she can make here. She just barely makes this pallet. We see a little, you know, some games going on here, but there's just not much Nancy can do there. That pallet's a 50 from that side. So we see Nancy going on the hook, and quick death. We're going to see Proxer probably slug Laura out for a little bit, try to see if we can't get some pop value. We know that Jake is lurking up here, though, playing with fire, and he may just go down soon if he doesn't play this right. Oh no, and Jake gets caught off guard. That's a second. Oh no, folks. No, if Kate isn't careful here, folks, we could be looking at a 4K3. But my projection currently is probably 4K2, but this is still anyone's game. Proxer doing very, very well, but we have Laura here what's essentially a 50 pallet, but a very, very dirty window that links into it. And she's playing this very, very well. Now, off ping, this pallet is semi-check spottable. If you're playing on native ping, but on foreign ping, it's just murder on sight. We will be seeing Laura opting to die in the corner up top here. And Ghostface is picking, which is an interesting choice, but a fair one. We're going to be seeing Laura hook up here around 2-ish. And Ghostface hoping to catch someone down here. Searching. Oh, gosh! He sees Jake at 4, gets some pot value, which is absolutely huge. And Jake has... The only thing that stands between this Jake and death is that golf pallet, but he opted to leave it. It's a very curious and potentially deadly decision. Oh my gosh, and Jake doesn't make this. He does. Oh my gosh. That's absolutely huge for Georgie. Like an insane risk, but it paid off. We see Proxer go around bot mid to try to catch Georgie off guard. And oh my gosh, Georgie does get caught off guard. There's not much he can do here, folks. This is just a straight up 50. This pallet goes down and then Georgie follows, I guarantee it. And Georgie is down, but we do see a heal coming in on Laura. But Georgie will be hooked by this, by the only Jins with meaningful progress. Georgie gets hooked down here for. And I do believe Library should still be regressing, if I'm not mistaken. And I would imagine that our healthy survivors are going to be lurking and stealthing down 9 side. In hopes to rotate for a save, if not to hop on that Jin over there at 8. This is still anyone's game, but this is looking very, very heart racing for our PSR survivors. Proxer for Team Overcome is doing a very good job of holding down the fort, and he's over here searching for any potential stealth downs and checking our gens. Oh my gosh, and we do see the heal coming in on Jake, so Proxer goes over here to 10 in hopes of catching someone on this gen, but it looks like it has minimal progress at most. Probably give this a kick and then probably F off. So he goes down, and no, he wants to check and see for any stealthers who are potentially on that gen, but I think that it's safe to say that whoever got that save was the one who was working on that gen. Library is still regressing, so no one's touched that. We do see a heal coming in on Jake, and Proxer coming over here 6, hoping to catch someone. Wait, that was the Jake! Now, getting some stock on him could be huge, but we opt to just take the M1 on Kate, which is, you know, a curious decision, but a fair one. And I imagine that Jake may take a hit for here, but he doesn't. So Kate's gonna go down really quick. I don't imagine she makes this pallet, folks. So she's just dead, but she does die pallet, and we do know that someone is around. See some scratch marks over here top mid. Oh my gosh, and it was our Jake, hoping, you know, getting a little greedy, hoping for a pallet save. We are going to see an M1 coming in on him, and he's probably going to go down 7. He doesn't want anything to do with what is going on from here on out. But the question is Laura over here lurking for a save? No, she is not, which means that she's over somewhere working on a gen. She very well may be, folks, lingering over at that gen 10 that Proxer was kind of skulking around, checking about, seeing if we couldn't find anyone. And when we didn't, I assumed that the person who had lurked down for the save was the one who was working on that gen. But it's very possible that I was wrong, folks. Laura may be on that gen. If that is the case, that gen is anywhere from 80 to 95% at this point. Yes, and we're checking it. Is it about 50 to 60%? I guarantee you that was indeed the Laura. Our Proxer gives that gen a little kick, seeing if we can't catch Laura off guard as she rotates over 3. And instead of finding Laura, we find Jake. He might go down really soon here, folks. He makes this pallet. Oh my gosh, the greed is unreal. Georgie is playing with fire like no other, and he does pay for that though with a very quick down. See Georgie going down top mid. A very quick hook is going to follow, and we know that Gen 10 is possibly still regressing, maybe. But it's also very possible that Laura opted to touch that gen before she rotated down south. So instead of checking on either that gen or on the gen at library, Proxer instead chooses to try to catch the heal. Unfortunately, doesn't make it in time, but we do see a very quick M1 coming in on Swing Blade, which is absolutely huge. There's only one in that one survivor who can possibly get the unhook right in front of her, right in front of his face. The disrespect is real, folks. Now, the only thing standing between life and death for this Jake is this god pallet here, and he decides to greed it. This Jake is a greed maniac. Georgie is insane. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't, but Proxer decides he has to leave this and check his gen up top, seeing if we can't secure the best win con for Team Overcome possible. And we know that Kate is the one who's up here, and she is, oh no, it's Laura. Laura's playing the stand still and wait game. Was that a, surely that wasn't a live proc. I could be mistaken. I'll need a confirmation, but I think that was potentially a live proc. But very, very well played by both sides so far. We know that Gen 10 didn't have much on it the last time we were there, and it seems that libraries regressed to absolute ruin, but oh my gosh, Gen 5 gets popped! That is huge for Team PSR. We do see Kate's gonna go down for that though, and I imagine we're gonna go ahead and slug out Kate, trying to find Georgie rotating up for a save, and this will possibly be looking like a 4K2. A very honorable result though. A Ghostface set, you know, it can honestly be hit or miss. Speaking from experience, a Ghostface set was my very first set as a comp survivor, and let me tell you, it is no picnic. It is very much so, it comes down to a slow game. Just how slow the survivors are willing to play it and just how well they communicate. If the communication isn't there, if the willingness to play a slow game isn't there, a game can crumble really, really quick. Now Georgie, once again, playing with fire. This man, I swear, he either greets the pallet or like, he just like, his propensity to play 50s is astounding to me. But very, very well played. He's an amusing character to watch indeed. Now it sounds like that library gen had a little bit of progress on it, and we see Proxer over here at 9 trying to find someone. Our Swing Blade over here stealthing for a hatch play, because it's no secret to anyone. It is very unlikely that any gen is going to pop at this point. This is either a 3 to a 4K2. The question is whether or not Swing will be able to stealth out long enough to secure a hatch. We see Proxer coming over here, checking Forest actually, and he wants to check these gate exit areas to make sure that Swing Blade isn't stealthing for a gate play. But if I had to guess, oh my gosh, no! My guess would have been wrong anyways. And we do see Kate here at 5, coming down this pallet 6. There's really, like, you know, Kate can put on a show here. This is strong pallet. Bottom side of Larry's is the strongest part of the map. And she still has, I believe, 8 pallet up and library up. But the pallet that spawned in 8 this time isn't the strongest that could possibly spawn. So this is looking a little dodgy. There is no way to check spot this pallet, and then we do see Kate going down. Very, very well played by Proxer, coming in for Team Overcome with a 4K2 that is absolutely huge, and very well played by Team PSR survivors. What a matchup, folks. What a matchup indeed. Very well played, Proxer, for Overcome. Very well played PSR Survivor roster. I look forward to seeing PSR on the Ghostface and seeing what they can do. Because this is what it comes down to, folks. If PSR wins this set, comes out with a 4K3 minimum, they're going to win. If it is a 4K2, the set will be a draw, and of course, if it's a 4K1 or lower, we will be looking at going into tiebreaker for sure. Very well played, both sides. Very well played indeed. I look forward to seeing the next set. Good show. Hey, chat. Welcome and welcome back. We do have PSR on the Ghostface with Tyro taking point, and let's see if he can't manage to eke out WinCon here for our team PSR. And we're already in stock. A little bit of crouch action going on. We have a healthy amount of stock on Jake already, which is absolutely huge for Tyro. He decides to go over here 3, find Ada. I think we're just going to take an M1 on Ada, which is very fair indeed. Very interesting build that we have here with Tyro. PSR once again trying with the Devour Hope. Folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm hoping to see a Mori this time at least. Oh, very early and quick down coming in on Ada. That is absolutely huge for Tyro. I don't imagine any gen has more than 40% progress on it at this point, which is very huge indeed. I'm gonna see that first hook come in, and if Tyro's lucky, we'll run into Jake soon. Oh my gosh, someone's working this. No way! That is really surprising. So Kate decided to stay on the gen instead of stealthing a pallet, which was a very interesting choice. A potential breakdown of communication, but that's okay. This is still anyone's game. We do see the first stack of Devour coming in, which is huge. And we're going to see Tyro going back and trying to catch the unhooky off guard. But we find our Jake here, and he does manage to snap Tyro out of stock, and Tyro opts to take the M1 on Jake, which is a very interesting decision. But after taking the M1 on Jake, as Proxer's in the bottom half of the map, Tyro decides to not commit, which is a very smart decision. Let me go back up top and check on this main gen, which had a lot of progress on it. I imagine we're just going to see an M1 coming in on Ace, which is understandable. Ace didn't have any stock on him, so that's fine. We're going to take an M1 on Ace and probably leave. Maybe catch Ace off guard, but I doubt it. Hopefully try to find a reset, but I imagine they're far enough away from this at this point. No! I wonder if the reset was happening with Cade. Tyro opting to stay up here around this top section, because we had that top mid gen that was being worked on as well as main, and those two gens were the ones with the most progress. I don't imagine much else has any meaningful progress going on, so Tyro has a very healthy setup and is doing very well for Team PSR at the moment. So let's see if he can't manage to keep this up. Getting a little bit of stock on Jake, but our Ace over here ruining the Ghostface Sun and breaking him out of stock, but he will be taking an M1 for that. A little bit of punishment. And it looks like Tyro isn't super committed to the idea of committing to any one specific chase for too long, which is very smart, because it looks like our Jake wanted to come over here and mess with the totem. We don't want anyone messing with the Devour fun. I think our survivors very well may suspect Devour, seeing as though their last match consisted of Devour and Ruin. So it's, you know, it's not a crazy idea to think that they're going to see the same thing again. Jake over here, tell you what, these Jakes today, man. I mean, Proxer with the, or it wasn't Proxer, but it was our Jake from last match, I can't remember his name for the life of me. Please forgive me, chat. But with the 50s, our other Jake here with the with the check spots, and oh my gosh, Ace overcommitting just a little too much, possibly a bit of miscommunication between our survivors here. We will see our first gen pop anyways, but possibly a little bit of miscommunication in terms of a possible hit tank. Gonna see Tyro come over here and probably check this this mid totem. No one's on it, and we're looking pretty good. I think that gen down there at 5 was the only one with meaningful progress. Gonna go ahead and skulk around, see if we can't get any stock on someone. Okay, and we do find Kate, so it's safe to say that the other two are either healing or cranking gens. And it wouldn't be the craziest idea for Tyro to go back and secure second, but it looks like he may be interested in trying to get a quick down on this Kate and hopefully getting Devour up before they even know it hits them. Unfortunately, though, as a result of that decision, we do see a gen pop, and Kate doesn't even go down super quickly. Kate is putting up a terrific fight. We see Proxer over here in the corner, and Proxer will be going down. A little point tech. And we see another hook coming in on him. Oh my gosh! And we see another gen pop. That is absolutely insane and very well played by our Overcome survivors. Still truly anyone's match, but I won't lie, it's looking pretty tough for Tyro here. If one more gen pops, we're looking at a tiebreaker game, chat. I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping for this because I want to see this Pig Midwich map. Pig Midwich match, excuse me. We see a slug coming in on Kate, and we're hoping to get some Devour value. Hold up, chat, this isn't over yet. Another gen needs to pop for us to be looking at a Pig Midwich game. We see that unhook coming in, and let's see what Tyro does with this here. This could be really interesting. Okay, no gen progress up top. Oh no! But we do see that down coming in on Ace. Is this his... How many hooks is this on Ace? This will be his second hook. Ooh, was that Devour? It was! That is so unlucky. Just one Devour down each time, chat. It's like they just knew which one of those totems was Devour. That's so unfortunate. But very, very well played. Very, very lucky for our survivors here. We will see our first Pentimento going up with Ruin still in play. And, I mean, this is still anyone's game. This is going to be very hard for Tyro to pull off anything that isn't a 4K1 or, you know, below. But, oh! That was Jake, or not Jake, but that was Ace healing over here, wasn't it? I was hearing grunting, if I'm not mistaken. It was Ace over here. So if we do, and Ada must have been healing Kate, so if we get a quick down on Ace here, this is still possible. Now, like I said last game, this is a god palette on your natural ping. But on foreign ping, it can be played around. But we see Tyro just opting to break it immediately. And since we've seen Tyro have a history this game of not respecting palettes, Ace goes ahead and throws that and, you know, gets a fair amount of value out of that very unsafe palette. But I imagine he's going to be going down here pretty soon. There's not much up here. But we do see a hit tank coming in. That is huge. Very, very well played by our Overcome survivors. But that hit tank only goes so far. We do see Ace going down here. But I imagine that hit tank was... Oh, we see someone lurking over for a flashlight save. But I imagine that hit tank was probably enough for another gen to pop. We'll have to see if Tyro can't manage to scare someone off of a gen before it's too late. So we do see Ada over here at 8, choosing not to play this pallet and trying to get as far away as possible from that gen over there at 9. Pyro opting to break that pallet immediately, go right back into stock, and go back towards this gen. This has no doubt been communicated by survivors, and we see some... Oh. A bit of miscommunication, but we do see some scratch marks going up 10. Is that blood I see? No way! Is that really Jake? That was Jake that was going to work on that gen. These Jakes today, I'm telling you, they're playing with fire like it's nobody's business. We're gonna see some more aggression coming in on that gen. I don't imagine anyone's gonna get on that gen for a little while. They're probably gonna come over here and work one of these gens, either 3 to 4. See an M1 coming in on Ada, and I'm very curious as to where this Kate is. I would imagine she's up at main, or rather at 1, working that gen over there. And I think Tyro, being wise to this, has decided to at least check around the area for a moment, see if we couldn't find someone. And Kate was indeed up here at 1. We're gonna see an M1 coming in on her, and I imagine Tyro's going to be very quick to head over to this gen at 9, because that gen was at like 75% the last time we saw it, and anyone who was working on that gen was injured. But where did they go? Okay, so we see Ada coming down here at 7. 7's fairly unsafe, so I would be surprised. But she does make it to that God Pallet 6. That's very unfortunate. Tyro's gonna have to leave this if he wants to prevent one of those gens from popping, and I imagine he will. Bottom side of the map is just never somewhere you want to chase, especially as an M1 killer. It's just an uphill losing battle every time. Oh no! But this is what I want, folks. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I want both teams to perform to their best. But I am very excited to see a Pig mid-witch set, and we will be getting to see one. Team Overcome Survivors managing to eke out that extra gen, which was exactly what they needed to see this next match come into fruition. Now we're just, you know, playing for hook saves, playing for the giggles. We see Kate going down here at 7, and we know that God Pallet was already thrown 6, so this chase isn't going to last long, I don't imagine. We're gonna see Kate. Oh no, we're not. Tyro getting auto-aimed onto the wall and, you know, having a little bit of fun with that, fast shaking his camera. Tyro breaking the pallet, going back over to check this gen at 9. Possibly was going to hook the slug, but our slug Jake did get picked up. Tyro possibly hoping to catch a reset, or trying to catch our Ada off guard. You know, doing a little bit of a leave and come back tech. Wait, that wasn't Ada we heard though, was it? That was Kate. Unlucky for Tyro though, we do see him get stunned by that pallet, and Kate has a decent setup here at 8. This is a pallet that's going to have to get broke. Kate continuing to rotate down, or at 6, excuse me, where they were. But Kate continuing to stay down there. It's just not somewhere the Kate wanted, the Ghostface wanted to be. So he's gonna come back over here, check this Gen 2. No one's on it. Trying to see if we can't catch a reset. But we don't see anyone. And yeah, now this is just a matter of resetting until we get a gen popped, folks. There's not a whole lot that Tyro can do here that doesn't include losing a gen. I'm not making any bets for or against anyone, but this is looking like best case scenario a 2k0. I imagine, no, not even gonna be seeing an M1 here. We see Jake coming down here, playing this very well, but a little greedy. So we do see an M1 coming in. I don't imagine that Tyro will commit to it though. But at this point, it, you know, wouldn't be the end of the world too, for certain. Tyro choosing to look over here for this Jake, but he seemed to have lost his jacks. I think Jake went down more 3, but Tyro seems to have thought that he stayed up around 1 to 2. So we're gonna go ahead and drop that pursuit, and we're gonna go back over here 9. Oh my gosh, and we get a fair amount of stock in, but on the wrong person. It was on the Jake, who was injured anyways, but Jake does seem to be going down here soon. Yes. But I don't believe we have any gens with meaningful progress unless one of the gens 9 or 5 or 9 to 4 have been worked on. 9 or not 9 to 4, but 3 to 4 have been worked on. I think that 9 is the only one that has any meaningful progress. We do see our Ada here. We're gonna get a little, oh my gosh, we have about 90 to 95% stock on her, which is huge. Next time we see that Ada, it is fucking curtains for her. Well, not exactly, she'll just get a hook state, but that is still very huge for Tyro. Oh my gosh, Kate over here playing with fire, but she has a very safe palette here. If she wants to, she can just read this to no one's business, but she decides to drop it, give us a little spin, and continue on. Tyro's gonna go ahead and drop this soon, I reckon. Yeah, we have 95% stock on Kate, 90% stock on Ada. This is looking pretty good for Tyro. I mean, this is still going to go to tiebreaker match, to the tiebreaker set, but still, like, this is very well played by both sides. We see Tyro coming back over here to 8, wanting to check this Gen 9. And this Ruin, I'm telling you, is put in so much work. We see, oh, okay. So I thought that Tyro was possibly going to try to wait out the cooldown timer to try to get stock in on Kate to just give her a quick insta down, but he chose for the M1 instead, which is fine and perfectly respectable. Gosh, these survivors, between this Kate and this Jake, they really want this Gen at 9, but I think Jake is probably going to pay for that decision. We're going to see a very quick down coming in on him, and I do believe Jake to be death hook, maybe? Let's see. Yes, he was indeed death hook. And this is looking like a 4K1. Very, very possible. This pallet has already been thrown, so Kate has nothing but windows and a dream. But it looks like Tyro wants to come over here and check this Gen at 2. But it doesn't have enough progress to really be worried about, so I imagine that Tyro's going to go back, check on Kate, and like clockwork, Kate tried to go back to that Gen, but Tyro isn't committing to her, which is an interesting choice. Instead, trying to get Ada with, an insta down on her. Ada forces pick, which is fair. But I imagine we're going to see a drop, and we're going to go ahead and go after this Kate. There's no way that she has this Gen past 95% really. She will be... Oh my gosh, she tries to greet it though. We see Tyro having a little bit of a celebratory fest. And there it is, folks. So that is a 4K1 with Overcome taking home this set, PSR taking home the last. And we will be going in the tiebreaker with Pig on Midwich, which is always a fun setup. There will be no boop snoots during this set, folks. I'm sorry to report. But very well done indeed by both sides. I look forward to seeing this next set, and this will decide it. So long as they don't tie this next set, this will decide who takes home the bag. Good luck, both sides. Very well played so far. I look forward to it. Cheers. Hey, chat. Welcome and welcome back. So we do have the piggy set on Midwich. Tyro taking point for Team PSR. And see what we can't manage to get going. So we do see Proxer making his way up 10. Tyro choosing to go ahead and break this very strong door leading into the window, or rather the door that leads into that strong window. But we will be seeing a first hit coming in soon. Oh no, not the residual manifest. But we yeah, we will be seeing this first hit coming in really soon. Oh my gosh. Proxer doing a little bit of catch me if you can see me. Coming down here at 6, and I imagine this is gonna be a really quick down. It's a very unsafe area. Tyro doing his best to mind game it. Running it from this side, there's just not much a survivor can do here. Tyro will be getting this down on Proxer here. The question is whether or not Team Overcome has set up for a pallet save. But we do see Jake getting vacuumed off the pallet in classic Pig fashion with the helmet. And we see a basement coming in, which is huge for Team PSR. We did see someone lurking. It's probably over here. Oh, we do see a second gen popping, but we find Claude in courtyard. Oof. Mind game into the stun, and looks like Claude wants to build our piggy a house. But, oof, okay. Plays it in very, very classic and great fashion. Claude getting a little greedy. But I imagine we'll see a hit coming in here soon, one way or another, once this pallet's dropped. Yeah, that brutal value is absolutely huge. We'll see that tag coming in on Claude. And looks like Tyro wants to commit. This area has been made very unsafe because of the beginning chase with Jake. There's not much Claude can do here. Most she can do is vault that window and waste a little bit more time. Which, you know, the value that can't be understated, but it's just about all she can do. I imagine we'll see our first pain rush come in, which will be very big for Tyro and TPSR. Especially because I hear a gen up top. It sounds like it was about 90% free pain res. And we're gonna go ahead and check that. We now have Jake out of commission and someone on hook. So this is looking pretty good for Tyro. Not a bad start at all. Oh, and we found Jake. That's big. And Jake's gonna go down here. There's just really nothing it can do. And we're gonna go ahead and opt to slug Jake here. To try to force a, couldn't quite get the trade. And Rebecca makes it to God Pallet, throws it, which is still incredibly big for Tyro. I imagine we're gonna leave Jake slugged as he's out of commission with an active helmet anyways. We're gonna go ahead and go after Claude, get this down. Now I imagine it'll be coming in fairly quickly. There's not much Claude can do here. God Pallet already being thrown. I don't even think she makes this one. Oh, she does. She greeds it too. But with our pig being our pig dashes being buffed some months ago, Greeting that pallet's just not really something we can do. Just camp it at this point. Claude chose to greed, and fortunately that caused a down. But fortunately for our survivors here, we saw yet another gen pop. So our survivors are playing this very, very well for Team Overcome. But Tyro's, Team PSR's Tyro's doing really, really well. So just gonna have to see how they play this. We now have 2 active helmets on the board. So only 2 survivors are realistically working gens at this point. And I see Tyro's a little concerned about the gen above him, which is perfectly understandable. The last time we about 70%. I can't help but to wonder if that was Rebecca. He's over here, but we do see Kate now. Go ahead and see if we can't get a injury on her. Very, very strong demonstration of pig mechanics right there by Tyro. Played. I wonder if we'll see another dash coming in here. It's always good to see a good piggy dash. But I think it looks like TJ will hold on the best they can, but now that this pallet's dropped, looks like our piggy here just wants to bloodlust it, which is totally understandable. Very good move. We do see Tyro going down, getting a little gift from Piggy, and gonna get slapped on the hook. 2 gens remaining. This is still anyone's game, but this is definitely looking like a close one. Gonna hook Kate up here, top 12, and get some pain res value. Looks like we're gonna come over here, circle around to Gen Bot 4, see if anyone's on it. Possibly try to catch a reset. I wonder if Tyro hears something, but I don't. Okay, so we do see some survivors over here. Top 6, that's huge. Someone was working top 7. I believe I hear Jake working his way up top 9, perhaps. No, these are healthy scratch marks. Oh, so this was Rebecca. Rebecca coming in for an early hit tank. Okay. And it looks like Tyro wants to commit to this. He's leaving TJ alone. Possibly just wants to get some pain res value, which is very respectable, understandable. And this decision may just pay off. I don't imagine that there's going to be much that our Rebecca can do here. Oh my gosh! And the greed pays off, but she still goes down here anyways. Basically no cooldown on the dash. Very, very well played, and I imagine we're gonna see yet another pain res coming in here. Very, very well played by Tyro. Oh no! We had a flashlight save coming in. That's devastating. Yeah, no, well played by our oh my gosh! A whiff by Tyro. Oh no, this Jake is playing this so well. Very well done by Proxer. Gonna take this up top 2. Oh no, Tyro fell off the little bridge up. It's unfortunate. And we do see Kate up here, top 3, making her way down 4. But Tyro notices that someone's still here. I think it's Jake still. Yeah, this pallet gets broken. I don't think there's much that Jake can. He's probably down here really soon. And I imagine we're gonna hear another gen pop here in about 20 seconds, I'd reckon. Yep. So there goes another gen. And gosh, Tyro, I think he played this just about as well as he could, but it's just very well played by both sides. This, the Pigs matchup is always a very interesting one, a very fun one to watch. Tyro walking through the pallet, because at this point, I guess why not? I believe this is our second hook on Proxer, and we're gonna go ahead and check these top 2 gens. Top 7 was the only one with progress from the last time, as I remember. We're gonna go ahead and ignore Rebecca, which is the right and smart move. Did I see blood, folks? No, I don't think I did. Okay, so we see Kate over here, bot 6. This is gonna be a very quick M1. This is just about the most unsafe thing about Midwich. Once that door is broken over here, towards bot 7, there's just nothing safe about that area. But we have a very strong window here, but this door already being broken, the pallet already being thrown. This is only a matter of time before Kate goes down. The only thing that she possibly could have done there is vault back. You know, wasted a little bit more time. She played that just as well as she could. TJ, you know, putting in the work for Team Overcome, but Tyro putting in the work for Team PSR. I believe this is our second hook on TJ, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe it is now time to break the secret door and check on top 7. Unfortunately, folks, Midwich getting this rework upcoming, the secret door will be a thing of the past, so take your screenshots while you can. Top 7 rather, getting a little kick, and we see someone rotating up top 9, but it seems that Tyro isn't super interested in that. We're wanting to proxy this area, watch top 7 gen, watch the hook, but unfortunately, someone was working that courtyard gen, and at this point, it seems Tyro may just want to secure this death on TJ. Not much else they can realistically do. But it looks like they want to venture a little far off, see if they can't get a little something for their troubles. But Jake opting to take the hit, but oh my gosh, and Claude there, this was excellent hit tanking coordination by Team Overcome. Very well played by both sides, an excellent display of coordination. Well done indeed. I look forward to seeing what Team Overcome's Pig does with this result. A 3K0, well done. Good luck to both sides. Welcome back, folks. So we see Proxer taking point for Team PSR, or excuse me, Team Overcome on the Piggy. Let's see what can come up with. We already found someone top 6, making his way up top 9, and Proxer seems to think that there's still someone in this area that it was just almost by. But we don't see anyone. May very well have just been our Quentin. But I think that unlikely. I think Proxer was right there, because we saw Quentin lingering around top 6 when we found him. But we do see this first hit coming in on Nancy, and she's opting to go upstairs and drop God Pallet early. Oh no! And the blind fails to come in, and so Nancy's gonna go down for that. That is so unlucky. Nancy playing the standing and the wait game. We're gonna see that early helmet come in, as well as an early pain res. This is a very, very solid and great start for Proxer and Team Overcome. And yeah, we already see a managed letter like hang. It's very, very nasty and dirty add-on that. We see, I want to believe that was Kate running down top there, but it doesn't seem that Proxer's here interested in that, because here, no, so it was Cheryl. Kate was down here bot working this Jin, and we see that Jin, or that pallet rather, getting forced down. And oh my gosh, Kate not taking the bait. So no hit coming in, but a very, very great attempt by Proxer. I wonder if Proxer's looking to let go of that Jin though, in favor of hoping to get a tunnel out on it. Could be huge. We see no reset here yet. Oh my gosh, but we just found it. That's huge. So I imagine we're gonna see a hit tank come in from Quentin followed by a very quick down. This is very, very big for Proxo. There's not a whole lot Nancy can do here, I believe, aside from play top. But oh no, she has Infirmary Pallet. That's huge. But after Infirmary Pallet, there's not a whole lot. But it seems that Proxo seems to want to leave that in favor of stopping the Shin that Kate's on. Now this is just a hit because this pallet came down a hot minute ago. Kate opting to go courtyard, but we do see our first Shin popping up here at top 7, which is very, very big. Ooh. Unfortunate whiff, but Amanda's secret once again, or Amanda's letter once again, you know, already doing its thing. And we see it down coming in on Kate. Imagine another pain res, probably gonna hit the Shin that Kate was working. Nancy has her helmet off, which is absolutely huge for our PSR survivors here. But nothing's set in stone. This is still anyone's game. Someone was on this Shin over here that Kate was on. Who? Don't tell me it was Nancy. It had to. Yeah, she's the only one. But Proxu seems to want to go back and ignore Nancy, which is an interesting choice. Okay, and we do see Cheryl over here by the and there was someone else here too. We catch almost pie here. That's huge. And it will be a hit. That is very, very good. Very well played by Proxo. Now, I wonder what Proxo's cooking. Okay! I didn't see any scratch marks or blood there for a second. Excellent tracking by Proxo. I imagine this will be a very quick down. There's not a whole lot that can be done once that pallet's gone. I imagine Proxo's gonna dash around this with no problem. Takes CM1, which is perfectly fine. Pie goes down. I think this is our first hook. Maybe? Can't remember. And yeah, it will be. That will be a just huge. But you see yet another gen pop. We're down to 3 gens with 3 fresh, which is still good. It's still anyone's match. And oh my gosh, the aura reading add-on is just so nasty. We are effortlessly tracking Nancy from above. But Proxer opts to go for Cheryl. See if we can't get this this injury in here. Cheryl has a fairly strong pallet in this room, but once this comes down, Pig can just dash around it. But Georgie again testing the killer's patience. This survivor knows no bounds when it comes to greed, and unfortunately it just didn't pay off that time. And it looks like, oof, once again he oh no, Georgie died in the wrong place, and it looks like our Jake is gonna follow suit. This is devastating. Georgie being the last fresh hook, almost Pie being on his second hook here. This is looking kind of grim for the PSR survivors. I would be lying if I said otherwise. We have a hook, we have a slug right by the hook. This is looking kind of dicey. I'm very interested to see how they intend to surround. Very well played by Proxo. And we see our add-on putting in work, telling us that there's no one nearby. I imagine Proxer may end up just camping this to death. But picking also isn't an awful idea. They're definitely by the biggest problem. And we do see a gen pop, so I imagine Proxer's probably going to go ahead and secure this death. There's not much the survivors can do here. And this is very well played by Proxer. With this death coming in at 2 gens, there's not a whole lot that PSR survivors can do to meet WinCon. This is going to be very difficult for them. Remember, WinCon is a 1 kill with 7 stages, and we're already at 1 kill with 2 gens remaining, which means Proxer for Team Overcome is sitting in a very comfortable position, and Cheryl is just going to go down here in a moment. Oh my gosh, Georgie playing the respect game again. Georgie has to be the most ballsy survivor I think I have seen in quite some time. We will see him go down though. Gonna see a very quick hook coming in, and he is a fresh hook, so my gosh, Proxer is just putting in work here. And these were the survivors were resetting, so no gen has any meaningful progress at this moment. So everyone's been hooked. We have a kill at 2 gens, and no gen currently has any meaningful progress. Proxer is sitting in a very comfortable position. I just saw your comment, Soy. My bad. So the current score right now is as far as in match results, we have a 1K7, which was Team PSR's killers result for this pig match, and we're already at 1 kill, 2 gens remaining for Team Overcome's pig. They're both of them are 1-1 at the moment with their previous sets. This is the tie-breaking set. And it looks like right now Team Overcome sitting pretty comfortably. And that's a very quick down on Georgie. Very unfortunate for Team PSR. So we will be seeing a second stage on Georgie, and Proxer just comfortably going around and checking these gens without a care in the world. Probably going to see a Pentimento coming up, and that is huge. So we know someone is around this area, and there they are. So we're going to see a hit come in, followed by, oh no, we won't. Swingblade playing that very safe and very well, but we will see our Pentimento coming up, and I imagine Proxer will that hook. On hook coming in on Georgie, and I imagine we're going to be seeing a tunnel out at 2 gens remaining with no meaningful progress. Any of said gens. Proxer over here looking for the reset. He does find it. Gosh, this add-on is nasty, folks. With Pentimento up, though it doesn't have 2 stacks, so it's actually doesn't really apply. But even then, they still don't get the heal off. Nancy will be tanking a hit, but after that, I do believe it will be curtains for Georgie. Though I do believe there still is a house to be built, so Georgie isn't totally up the creek, so to speak. Oh, but he does play the stand still and wait game, and it does not pay off. Georgie will be dying with 2 gens remaining, and I imagine the only progress on said gens is probably about 10 to 15%, seeing as that Pentimento just got popped, and I imagine that was Kate that did that. So there you have it, folks. It looks as if Team Overcome will be taking home today's matchup, though this is double elim, so it is by no means over one, but very well done indeed. You can basically just sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this matchup. Piggy on Midwich is always a treat. It's either the easiest matchup you've ever played or the most frustrating matchup you've ever played. Just no one but folks. But Swingblade is really making lemonade with lemons being given. That was an excellent run, but there's just not much that you can. I'm gonna be seeing that hook come in on Swingblade because there's no need to slug. Win con has already been met. No matter what happens at this point, Team Overcome has the bag. Very well done by Proxer. He did an amazing job taking it home. Very well done by our PSR survivors. Everyone played their hearts out. I think. See a cheeky unhook coming in. Not that it matters too terribly much. Proxer hitting into the base kit BT. For the funnies, I suppose. Seeing if we can't catch someone on the bot 6. No one seems to be present. I can't help but to wonder if they're trying to meet up for a reset. Oh no, and Kate gets caught off guard with her pants down. And I do believe that is death for Swingblade, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. We see a little hit and miss skill check. Little fun banter going on. Nancy possibly looking to secure this hatch just for the funsies. But well played on both sides. Always a pleasure. Such great teams come together and duke it out. But our Piggy finds the hatch. Nancy's injured, so it's not that Noed matters too much aside from the haste. And we see, oh my gosh, this absolutely disgusting add-on come into play once again. There's just, oh, we see some boob snoots. I said there were going to be some boob snoots. I seem to have lied to you. My apologies. But that's very cute, very fun. But that will be the end of it. That is what she wrote, and yeah, very well played by both sides. This is an excellent matchup. Great job. Well done indeed. But it does look as if Team Overcome is taking home the bag. Great job, both sides. Thank everyone for coming in. I really appreciate all of you tuning in. We do have a match coming up tomorrow, Saturday, August 3rd at 6 p.m. Please do tune up for that, or tune in for that, excuse me. And yeah, no, thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure casting for you guys today, and you will be hearing more from me soon. Thank you again, and good night.